Sorry, folks. I will be nice and mute that when I find the right device. There we go. Beginner influx. No, they won't be. But you're going to need the green fields from somewhere. We need a map. Let's go. We're going to need to go. To one of the decks and go and knock on somebody's door. Hopefully we're up to the right spot. Oh! Shit! Humble Coke has now come from full circle from Cocoa to CBD. What's new, Inspector? I intended to go outside your door, not inside. Thanks for your help. All I want to do is knock on your door. And that's not a euphemism. I just wanted to knock on your door. Okay, so but I don't remember that room having any noise associated with it. Odd quirk. Huh. Seems fair. I'm still convinced it's a towel and not a dress. Right, and behold, quiet. Not a continual tinnitus ringing in my ear. So this machine has been on the bench again. Bless it. It's now got a new processor in it. That's quite nice. Tastes like a nice cream soda. That's all I've got for it. Yeah, this machine's now got a new processor in. So the original stock processor is 8 megahertz. This has now got a 32 megahertz processor in it. Plus side, things run really quick. Downside, the game interrupt engine doesn't work with it. It is absolute luxury. Doesn't work with GameX engine. So if a game supports in-game saving, seems to work okay. So things like the Sierras seem to be all right. Those are great. The gem applications work a treat. Cubase flies. Cubase absolutely flies. It's beautiful. But the definite but on this is the GameX extension from P2P doesn't. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It just doesn't work. Flat out does not work. Bombs the machine. So I ran this game in 32 megahertz mode, and it was like, oh, he walks smoothly. He moves between spaces at a speed that feels human. This game is brilliant to play. And then tried to save a game file, and it was, no, not going to happen. Okay, back to 8 megahertz. So we're now in an almost worse position that we know that this game can be played quicker. It's tantalizingly there, but we can't use it. Right. Oh. Okay, so where are we up to? It is 5 p.m. We have clicked with the wrong mouse. Let me put that mouse back on the dock for now. Switch over to the one we actually care about. I have not opened the walkthrough yet. Note, letter, paper. We'd got the screwdriver. We have the screwdriver. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I did whilst you guys weren't watching. I replayed the last 2 hours of footage to get the lack of screwdriver is a known bug. If you fast travel out of the basement, so you have to walk out of the basement. We died due to not Clouseau not finding a screwdriver. Correct. The reason we didn't find the screwdriver was because we fast travelled out of the basement. That causes that's a known bug in the game. Thanks for that. So this time I replayed the last 2 hours of content and walked out of the basement, and lo and behold, the screwdriver was exactly where it was supposed to be. Sat downstairs, which is where we're going to go back to now, I think. So back to the map. It says Alexander pulled out his magic map. Oh, excuse me. The aim, I believe we have 2 hours to go. Hey, you! Sven and Betsy is not here. Sven and Betsy is in another part of the country at the minute. I've been left in the house on my own. Screwdriver, use. On all the things that you said I would need a screwdriver for. Yeah, my princess is another castle, so to speak. Yep. I mean, we could look at this another way. We could look at this as she has left the invalid behind to fend for themselves. Okay, so neither of those. I am doing fine. I am walking. I am swimming. I am mostly mobile. Love to Maggie as well. Yeah. Maggie's in the same. Maggie is with Kat this weekend, and I appreciate that. So this is a slightly weird world where Kat gets to see old friends in different contexts. We need the screwdriver for the projector. That feels loud. That's better. And that's why it was so loud, but I've been doing MIDI stuff, so. Back to the bar. Do, 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 do. That's not the bar, that's the kitchen. Other side. I've also managed to... Well, not managed to. I think this machine's going to end up with a full recap at some point in the near future, which I'm not looking forward to doing. Oh. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds great. That's a great way of spending time. Maple's not talking to me. Maple is currently doing the dance of why have I been abandoned? It's hilarious. Well, hilarious in form. I am clearly not wanted. She spent 2 days on the sofa. That's the cupboard. Yeah, Mummy abandoned me. Walnut's been fine. Maple has utterly decided that I can feed her, but for some reason she's blaming me for your disappearance, which is weird. Bar. Okay, now we have the projector. Saw her on the camera earlier. She is popping in and out, but she is, yeah. The other two are doing all right. I think, yeah, they're doing better than us, to be honest. Yeah, we miss her. Okay. Right, examine the film projector. We can watch 8mm films on this projector. Now, I knew we needed the screwdriver for this somewhere, if anybody can remember. Oh, you take out the screws and also the hood. Right. I've got the reel of film. The reel of film goes on there, doesn't it? No, we already put... Use the screwdriver. No, I don't want to put everything back. I am utterly confused. Examine the reel of film. It's missing a spool. Okay. Screwdriver gets used on the back. You take out the screws and also the hood. Great. Examine the electrical cable. It's plugged into a live current. Lick. Use it on the electrical cable? Nope, apparently not. Crowbar? Yeah, we are aware that we have put the reel of film. Where? I mean, it goes there. You put the projector inside the piece of furniture. Okay, why can't we use the projector? Is it going to give us some hints? Is it just going to be obtuse? No. Crowbar's tempting. To be perfectly frank, I do not want to examine the furniture. I want to... Okay. You going to let me look at it? I get that we can watch 8mm films on this projector. That's great. It's missing a spool. It must be fixed with 2 screws. The electrical cable is plugged into a live current. Operate switch. You make sure the lamp works. Okay. Great. I mean, the reel of film is... Oh! There we go. That made no sense. Okay, we ready for this? We've been waiting for 8-9 hours. Operate switch. Okay, apparently we are not there. I feel like we're still missing something. I mean, take from film and move to take up spool. Yes, but it's got power. But the hood, it must be fixed with 2 screws. Great. Oh, is the... Do I not have screws? Screw. Oh my gods. Okay. Start up the projector. I'm not sure what that achieved. Right. I think we need to play that again. So, there's a performance, yeah? Dude with dummy. Someone in the background. Excuse me. That's someone with a bottle as well in the background. Still a better love story than Twilight. Can't take off what's already there. I mean, that's a hood, that's a switch. Me? Examine the button. Lets you control the projection speed. Oh. Oh, we're back to pixel hunting. We can regulate the reel's tension with this button. Projectors on off light is showing the reel is stuck. Can I press the button? I cannot interact with it whilst it's playing. What? Yep. Operate the switch. That was it. That was everything. Apparently, you take the hood off, you test it, you put the hood back on again, and it works. There's no deeper complexity, there is no interaction with the other buttons, it's just that. It needs pat testing. Yeah? Like, what? It has extra buttons. Why take the hood off when it just works? Then you need to find an engineer called Pat. I'm still confused why we had to take the hood off. Why couldn't we have just pressed the button from the outside? The outside, it was on the outside. Why did we need the screwdriver? Oh, hello. I have a note from Suzanne for you. Okay. Okay. Is sus? Thank you, Daphne. I'm sure it's going to be useful. Inspector, come quick. I know who the killer is. Signed, Suzanne. You've, Right. So she hands you an open note and you just go with it. Hmm. For fuck's sake. Come on. Right. Let's go see Suzanne. At 8 megahertz. We could be going at 32 megahertz here. No, we're good. Up and down. Up and down. We need to know which cabin we're going to. Map, use. Up and down. Up and down. Lock that. There we go. So Suzanne's cabin. Suzanne's cabin. Suzanne's cabin. You drunk again? Oh God! She's dead. Okay, a little more than drunk. So we're going to establish this as a crime scene, right? Very neutral music. Okay, look at the body. The initials NK are carved in the ground. Okay, NK. Past 7. Is there anything else we want to do? Nothing else seems to have changed here. Apart from... I swear I can see the porthole on the right-hand side. It's broken. I mean, that looks like there's someone staring in the mirror. NK. Nicholas Caravan. Surely. Unless... everybody else is just gonna, you know... Yep. Everybody else is just calm. More deaths on the ship. Hang on. So the butler's dead. Suzanne's dead. Nicholas is dead. No one's seen the captain. Oh no, we saw him once. She only had a towel. Yeah. Where's Dick? Dick's sharing with the father. And hang on. Julio's just outside. Didn't see anything. Didn't hear anything. What's new, Inspector? Suzanne's dead! Seems like a moderately big deal. Let's talk about Suzanne. Suzanne's illness. Um, not quite. Illness is a word. Oh wow, we can't talk about Suzanne's sudden demise. Righto, game. Suffering from a severe case of death. In today, in levels of bullshit I didn't think I knew I could experience. Okay, back to the map. One character we have interacted with once in this entire game. I mentioned a minute ago, the captain. Yep. We can't get into the captain's cabin, and we have not been able to get into the captain's cabin all game. Apparently, like, why would you try the captain's cabin at this point? Except in sheer desperation of trying all locations over and over again. Nothing has told you that the cabin should be open to you. Nothing. He doesn't care. Let's have a look around here. We've not had a look in his cabin. A mechanic shovel. Is the captain hoping for a career with British Rail? A mechanic's overalls. Maybe he has to do some work down in the bowels of the ship. Examine the cap. A mechanic's cap. Search the mirror. There's a drawer on the side, like every other room. Open the drawer. Examine the bedspread. British Rail didn't exist until 48. Don't see anything special. Also, like, references to British Rail from a French game. It's better that I don't touch anything. Okay, let's have a look at the parchment. A nautical map. Let's hope the captain knows where he's going. Okay, let's have a look at the books. Perfect Little Mechanic's Guide. Okay. Technical study on the construction of parallelism between the rails. They're hinting he's into trains. Technical study on the construction of... Right. Caravantian's technical manual. I like trains. Okay. Well, I've got a book. Yes, I would like to examine the book. Well done. It's a book. It has an A on the spine. Open the book. In cow. In cow? Yes, it did. We're going to go right back there. I'm just debating. That might be the. Really that obvious? Feels a bit too easy, doesn't it? We are going to take a tactical save. What time are we at? I missed that. 17:40. Right. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay. Walkthrough says now is the time to go to the toilet. Not me. Now is the time for him to go to the toilet. He spent the entire game saying that it's not like you'd find anything in here anymore. Just going, you didn't find anything in here in the first place. Apparently we're about to find something in the loo. This game has so many rough edges. Okay, that one? That should be the WC. I think we want the other WC. Yep. So out we go. Over the top. Maybe. You know? Over the top, down the other side. Down the other side. Down the other side. Down the other side. We might be ahead of game time. We may actually be running ahead of the clock. I knew doing that upgrade at the weekend was worth it. And in we go. Uh-huh. Top left. Are we in the wrong toilet? Were we right the first time? We were. I am special. Let's go again. Top left bathroom has soap in. We want the soap. There's the soap. You will notice the white pixels that are adjacent to the white pixels is soap. That would be a bar of soap. I'm going to keep saying soap. We are now going to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to Nicholas's office. Dom, dom, dom! Okay. And we're going to take a save. Hold your breath. Yes. 550? Or 1740. I think it's 1740, isn't it? 5:40 p.m. That should work. Okay. Play gaming room. Sorry. Is there anything in here that I can push, pull, push? Anything I can generate a noise with? I don't really want to go all the way back up to the top deck again if I can avoid it. I think I'm going to have to. Oh, that did it. Apparently that door bangs. Or clicks. Oh. Yep, there's a little click as you go in and out. Okay. Right. So. Hey, look! There's books on here. As if we didn't know this one already. What did we waste? Like 30 minutes on this puzzle last time? Incal, right? Gonna make us do this a slow way. No, it's okay. And this is when the murderer comes up behind us. BA, no. Very long way. INCAL. Oh, you idiot. Okay. 3, 2, nearly there. So close. So close. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. Rearranging books that have been sold by the meter. Incal, right? There is a lack of anything dramatic. This may turn into a 10-hour live stream. There's a distinct possibility that we're going to end up there. Come on! You can do it! You are the world's greatest detective. Don't let Hercule Poirot get in your way. Sherlock Holmes has got nothing on you. Ah, there it is. The triggers are on those ones. Woohoo! In Cal. Okay. Door opens surreptitiously. We ready for this? Uh-huh. There you are, Caravantian. I finally got hold of you. Okay. But, no. It feels like this year in the nutshell. You have played a dirty lowdown trick on the Godfather. Yet the Godfather is your friend. Okay. But, no, but... Shut up, Caravanyan. You have betrayed the Godfather. Now you're going to pay. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! This is not an intuitive interface. Okay, left click retreats, right click advances. Sort of. This is like the Indiana Jones thing all over again. Why are you going backwards? Oh! Well, one of us has gone down. Hold. The exciting action sequence finally. Okay. Right. Mafioso. Search Mafioso. Here, here. A mafia contract in the name of Karabanjan. That's Suzanne. Is that Dick? Good God. This mafioso was there in order to eliminate Nicholas. Okay. Looks like a dick. Examine the head. It's a wig. Inspect the table. Makeup and a wig. Open the drawer. Go on, do some detecting. It's locked. Doubt this key's going to work. Yeah. Let's look at the puppet. Don't get the puppet. I mean, it's the one from the plot point, apparently. Yes, it's the one in the video. Everybody's pally in the video. Inspect the chest as much as you want. Search the chest. So Dick arranged the killing? But he didn't know that he was dead. I have the puppet. Okay. Go to the smoking lounge. Fine. I've got no idea why I would go to the smoking lounge, but I'm going to the smoking lounge. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Puppet, show, Daphne. Yeah, by everyone, we mean one person. My god, this puppet! But yes, I do remember now. Oh, it's her hat, not Suzanne's. It's her hat. It was a stormy night. Fair enough. Stop, Dimitri! Don't be a fool! Dimitri? I'm genuinely lost on Dimitri. Now is not the time to add more names to the cast list. What do you have to say, Dimitri? We're going to begin a new life together. He has a knife in his back. Okay. Yeah. Dad! What? What? My father was underground, dead. I was terrified and fled to my room. Okay. When I woke up, I thought it was just a bad dream. But since that day, my father repelled me in an unexplainable manner. Oh, you are kidding me! A few days later, they put me in a boarding school. Oh, this is awful, Inspector. I have come to warn you that the boat is going to berth. Right. So hang on. Her father's killed and then replaced. And nobody notices? Ha 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 ha! No one leaves this boat, Captain. Will you call everyone together? I can now tell you who is the murderer. That was a grin. I am now in the position to reveal the name of the killer. I mean, it's clearly the puppet. But before I do that, let me first recap the situation. Okay. Last night, I had just arrived on board when Hector came to warn me of Nicholas's death. I followed Hector to the office. Yep. But just when I was going to examine the corpse, someone hit me from behind like a coward. I remained unconscious for the entire night, and the next morning when I woke up, there wasn't any trace left of Nicholas's body. How do I feel like we missed that bit? Okay. That's a lot of shaking, a lot of nodding, a lot of disingenuous looking for... Oh, I'm now supposed to choose. This is my choosing bit. No, that's Daphne, not Suzanne. It's you, the killer, Mr. Dick Schmuck. Or should I call you Ostrovich Dmitry Ostrovich? You're so cunning, Inspector, but believe me, you're far from knowing everything. This is a long story that goes back 17 years. At that time, I was a young starving actor searching for fame and fortune. One night after a performance, a young lady came to see me. She was gorgeous. We hit it off immediately. One thing led to another and we became lovers. That's when things started to go wrong. Mercedes was married to a very rich man and wouldn't leave him. He fell for Mercedes. I don't remember if it was her or myself who first came up with the idea, but we agreed there was only one solution, which was to eliminate Nicholas Karabanyan, her husband. Our love required such action, and not much later we finalized our plan. That sad night I entered the Karabanyan's life and did the terrible deed. I never thought it would be so easy. Thanks to my acting abilities, the following day I managed to fool everyone close to the family. I had now become Nicholas Karabanyan. We decided to move away, and Mercedes put her young daughter Daphne in a boarding school. Right. A new life began for me, and I savoured the luxury of my new situation. This lasted almost a year, and it was a ghastly incident that brought me back to reality. Mercedes had a lover! This piece of news coincided with Hector's arrival. The latter, who I knew very well before I became Karabanyan, saw through my game and tried to blackmail me. Ah. He was a notorious criminal and wasn't surprised when I offered him a large sum of money to get rid of my unfaithful wife. Oh. Once Hector had accomplished his job, all I had to do was play the role of the distressed widower. Karabanyan had a colossal fortune, and the passing years were devoted to spending it. I finished by draining every last penny. With my back against the wall, I started to borrow and borrow more. That's when I remembered old Agnes, as rich as Donald Trump. I'm gonna screenshot that. Remind me when this game is set? Like, what? After a brief encounter, I swiftly realized that I was her only heir. So the only thing left to do was to help the old lady along to the grave. Again, this proved to be easy. I moved Agnes into my house and treated her with a special medication. The old lady swiftly succumbed. But then old Bag had a son whose existence she had never mentioned, and it was him who pulled the rug from under my feet. But you are the son. Hang on. Who's the other son? Well, they lost now. You see, Inspector, this wasn't going to stop me. To put my plan forward, I needed a scapegoat. Me. You. By using someone who is part of the police, I would have the perfect witness to my real death. So you've killed the real Dick Schmuck and helped by your accomplice Hector, disguised yourself to make everyone believe you were him. Then Hector came to get me in my room. And I found the body which I thought was Karabanyan. Yes, I knocked you out before you could realise it wasn't. All that was left to do then was put the body in a secret hiding place, helped by my faithful Hector, and wait for the right moment to throw Schmuck's corpse overboard. I have questions. And the day after, Hector made like he was knocked out and you calmly took Dick's place. Yes, and everything would have run smoothly if that imbecile Suzanne hadn't interfered. She ended up guessing who I was, so I had to get rid of her. Hence the Nick NK scratched into the... But why Hector? You don't really believe that I was going to share the inheritance with Hector? Anyway, he was becoming too greedy. An occasion presented itself to get rid of him, and I took it. And you ridded yourself of him while at the same time you made accusations against the others. A small decoy. This is why I left a few clues for you to find. The little key in my room. The receipt. Yes, at the beginning I was aiming at Rebecca. If you knew the things you can learn when you're someone else. And then this amused me, and as a game I started leading you down other trails. Well, you certainly will be able to meditate a long while on the gross errors you have made. I don't know why I've gone with this voice now. I must be tired. Doesn't make any sense. However, this can't fail. I have prepared everything. But no crime is foolproof. So, like, what? The only real hint you get that he's the one who's done it is right at the end. Like, you get a hint that he's not quite what he says he is, but it's the last 3-4 bits that stitch that together. Everything else is a misdirection. Father Fabiani resigned from the Brotherhood to become a professional gambler. Okay. Daphne and Julio finally married each other. They are now living happily ever after. Rebecca didn't waste time finding herself a new husband. Of course, a very rich one. But this time she made sure to find out about him first. Rose and Tom divorced. Rose remarried and finally had the child she wanted so much. She named him Raphael. Tom, chased by Melville... Fabiani's story doesn't sound like it will end well. Maybe not. Gambler. Tom, chased by Melville, gave himself to drink and became a tramp. The evidence found by Inspector de Sentier was overwhelming, and Ostrovich was sentenced to life in prison. Raoul de Sentier quit the police force a few months later to become a private detective. It's not going to end well for him. They are setting this up for a sequel. Who knows? I mean, we've got a guy out cold in the basement that we really didn't talk about. I like the animation at this point. This is lovely. Great exit sequence. The end. He went from a job of camaraderie on the police force to a sole life as a private detective. Voluntarily. Like, how many people go from the police force to private inspector at this point? Private dick at this point, voluntarily. This is where the money went. It really did. Well, sort of. They already had the engine at this point. But they are leaning heavily on the cinematic system. Definitely not on the writing. There are other games. They did 3 games using this system. I am less inclined to play the others. Oh. Cinematic system evolution 2. Technically, brilliant. System technicals, amazing. The oh god, the execute the story. Jesus, very well. Oh. I mean, you expect a detective story to have some misdirection, but not throw out the first 80% of the game, and the only real bit you need, not even need, the only real bit that's relevant is the last 20%. Everything before this is misdirection. That's not good storytelling at all. That's terrible storytelling. But that was Cruise for a Corpse, folks, and we are done with it. Yes! So, I am gonna go and check my page to work out what we were... I think I know what we're planning next. Let me have a look. So, yep, we're going to bump the list around. So we were scheduled for Obra Dinn. We are not playing it next. I am done with things on boats for a bit. Boats can go and hang for a little. We will go and pick up something new. And we will pick up King's Quest 6 for a round. Because that means that we can pull out the new toy to the right. Can I do this without damaging anything? Not the MIDI keyboard. We don't need that right now. Oh. It means that we can plug in the SC55. Don't disappear into the background. Finally use that for some gameplay. Oh. So, new synthesizer time. Not the MT-32, SC55. We can play a game from the mid to late 90s. Ooh, going up in the decades. On the other side, I am planning on something texty for... Yeah. What happens if we click on Cruise for a Corpse now? Does it just keep playing the same music over and over? It's just going to keep playing it over and over. Give it a second. Come on, let the ride symbol crash out. Well, ride out. It's a good track. Yeah, it's on a loop. Okay. Reset you, reset you. Oh! So, I am planning on another day of the week to start playing text adventures. Might be Mondays, might be Tuesdays. Need to check the calendar. We will probably be doing Infocom games. Install icon. We will go for JK, I think. I'm pretty sure it's installed in here.